Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Welcome to a first look video today on a new game called Endzone A World Apart. Now this is a kind of like a post-apocalyptic survival game where you basically Earth, after basically the fall of Earth, and the world leaders decided to completely destroy it, completely to crap, and you're having to survive now. So we're going to dive right into this. I hope you guys are going to enjoy this first look as much as I'm going to enjoy recording this episode for you, or this first look for you. Right now we are going to play this tutorial because I just don't know exactly what I'm doing, so I figure a tutorial will probably help me out. So the main tutorial, a longer interrelated tutorial that includes all important aspects of the game. From the author's swatching instructions and contain important clues and useful information to survive in the merciless world of Endzone A World Apart. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. So this is some of the screenshots. This is one of the screenshots anyway, and it looks pretty decent for this game. I don't remember exactly how old this game is. It might be a little bit older. I don't know exactly, but anyway,
we finally left the end zone. Just look at this beautiful scene.
The end zone is not
marvelous. Even though it's a bit different from what we had pictured, we were able to secure a few basic resources and are storing them in our bus.
So the bus is your starting, I guess, your spawn point.
I'm glad we prepared ourselves well for this kind of scenario, especially since our inventories in the end zone ran low. Don't forget that if you need additional information, you can look at our survival guide at any time.
Okay, let's do it. Open survival guide. So survival guide, so you have using tasks, which is with the help of tasks freely available, settlers are instructed to gather certain resources to remove radiation in a certain area. Take these tasks like these will only be performed by settlers who do not perform any function. Up to 4 settlers can work on one task at the same time. The only exception to this is a task for removing radiation. The task to remove radiation will be carried out by any settler who has currently nothing to do, even by those settlers who have an ascended profession. I gather wood. Settlers begin gathering wood from trees located within the active working area. Settlers begin by collecting scrap from scrap piles located within the active working area. However, they cannot collect any scrap from large ruins. To have them do this, this must be assigned to scrap collectors. Gather points. Settlers begin gathering berries, mushrooms, and herbs located within the active working area. Now, gather everything. Settlers begin to gather all resources located within the task working area. Remove radiation. Settlers begin to remove radiation pollution by digging up the soil. Unlike other tasks, here you don't need even freely available settlers. All settlers who have nothing to do at the moment, even those who have a workplace, will help dig. Cancel remove radiation. Settlers will stop removing radiation from the selected area. So, construction buildings, builders must be assigned for any building except fields and orchards. Construction of a building is commissioned by specifying its construction site on the ground at a targeted location. When the soil does not permit the building to be built, the areas where problems are marked in red. Any construction site can be configured even when the settlement does not have the necessary resources yet. If the soil is contaminated with radiation, the settlers begin by digging in the soil, up the soil first. As soon as the settlers have freed the construction site from radiation, builders will bring the resources necessary for construction to the construction site. When all the resources needed are there, the builders will begin to construct the building. Workplace. Many buildings have fixed working radius. Employed settlers who work on the building only work within their assigned radius. You can shift the radius using the appropriate icon. Entrances. Entrances to buildings are marked as a green area. Settlers can enter and exit the building solely at these entrances. Roads are created differently than buildings. Choose a point on the ground where you want to place a road. Now drag the road along the route the road is supposed to take. Once you finish that building, your builders can start laying out the road. Your builders remove streets. Your builders begin to dismantle the streets in the selected area. Paved paths are constructed the same way as commonplace gravel paths. Settlers are now able to move faster on paved paths than on gravel paths. To be able to construct paved paths, the appropriate research has to be performed. Fields and orchards. Fields and orchards are built differently than buildings. Choose a point on the ground where you want to create a field next. Now drag to enlarge the field until it's reached its desired size. The minimum size for a field or an orchard is 6 by 6 and the maximum size is 16 by 16. Alright, so I think we're pretty much knowing all that, so let's go ahead and
Well done. Everything you need to know should be right
Everything you
here.
need to know should be right
I think
here.
the time has come for us to at last build ourselves a new home here.
Okay.
Before we can construct buildings at all, we have to assign the profession builder to several settlers so that they can take care of construction contracts. In general, it's your responsibility to decide which tasks are important and how our settlers are supposed to be distributed to attend to them.
Okay, so what am I supposed to do? Grab him.
All right. Your builders will be ready as soon as construction contracts have been issued. It's time to start focusing on our key and most basic need, water. The first thing we ought to do is to establish a working water supply. So we'll move on to our first construction contract. Place and build a jetty by a lake in the vicinity of your town center.
Can we rotate that at all? Yes, we can. R. Here we go. What is going on here? Ah, there we go. Boom. Good. Alright. Assign jetty built. What's going on? Why? Okay, what now? Okay, so I guess they're walking towards it. I thought I had 3 of them. Of course. Okay, well. I guess now it's just a waiting game, I guess.
Very good. The jetty was completed as planned. Now we have a place where we can collect water. There are other possibilities to gather water too, but the jetty is the simplest and most cost-effective method. We can obtain and store water from different sources, like a jetty, rain collector, or well in the cistern. The cistern should always be in close proximity to a water source, so that our water carriers don't have to walk too far.
Okay. Let's see here. Where do we want to build? Hello, can we build it kind of right up here? Alright, let's see. I hope I made the right decision. Water carrier. Well, water carrier. Whoops. We only need 3, honestly. There we go. Water produced 0 out of 200. 200 water? Huh. Okay. It's kind of cool. Alright. So this is kind of like Land of the Vikings, almost. Kind of is. So, let's see here. What are we working on first? There's a 3 number effects, negative reproduction. I don't know if the animals would cause this thing to. How are you? Can we see the progress of it? I don't know. I mean, maybe. Let's get fast game speed going here. I just want to be able. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Now what? No. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, come on.
You get someone out and just help pick up stuff out here, especially.
Great. We have now installed a working water supply, and water is now transported from the jetty to our cistern. Consider hiring more water carriers if you don't have enough settlers available. You can never have enough water in storage.
I'm sorry I had to go away for a little bit. So I'm back. So we got 200 water, which is good. So great. Now we've installed and working water supply. Water is now transferred from the jetty to a system considering hiring more water carriers. If you don't have enough settlers available, you can never have enough water in storage. Understood.
Now we should
Now I
focus
should
on
focus
food
on food
production.
production.
It's important to
secure
ensure the supply right from the start. A gatherer's cabin, a hunting lodge, or a fishing hut can directly remedy the situation. I suggest starting with a fishing hut, since we're already
near the lake. Okay. Alright. You want under food, fishing hut. Trap and go. We'll fast game speed it so we can hurry it up here. Go to fishers. There we go.
good work. We've now taken care of our basic supply via food and water. Make sure that you have enough food and water on hand at all times, especially if you want to upgrade your settlement. A population that grows too fast can quickly unbalance your food and water supply, bringing major difficulties for you if you don't watch out. Crops are another excellent way of getting food because they constantly grow as long as the soil is moist enough. Each seed has different yields and growing times. This means that it could take some time until your field is ready to be.
Okay. Trout. Stay 9. Whoops. Oh, there. Okay, field. Let's go field. Let's see. Okay. Alright, well, this is looking like a good potential game for me to start playing on my own and maybe do a series on. I hope you guys did enjoy the first look. My family's here, so I gotta get going. But we'll see you guys on the next one, and with that being said, we'll see you later. Peace.